guys, what's up? It's iJevin. How is everybody doing? Welcome back to my third news video in 2 days. Anyways, guys, I hope you're ready because we still got more crazy news coming out of Minecon. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we're going to talk about today is shields. So there hasn't been a lot of talk about shields yet, and a lot of people are freaking out because they removed sword blocking. Like it's gone forever. I've told you guys a million times, shields will block, and this is confirmed now. I've told you 100 times. So what this person says is shields block from the side that they're held on. So no matter what side you put your shield on, you will be able to block by turning and blocking. So you no longer have to worry about not being able to block, alright? So next up, we are going to talk about dual wielding and arrows. So the first thing is the dual wielding will actually have its own spot on the hotbar. They are putting a new spot in the game. As you can see, if you look on the screen, the screenshot that I'm showing, the torches have their own spot on the hotbar. So will you no longer be confused by that, right? It's pretty awesome. So moving on, dual welding, or not dual welding, but super secret settings and broadcast settings have actually been removed. Huh, I wonder why they did that. I don't know, that's interesting though. Next up, I want to talk about the arrows. So there's been a lot of discussion about how these arrows are going to work and what's going on. We've got a ton of news of what's going on with the arrows, and I think you're going to be happy with these. I'm very pleased. So this first one's the spectral arrow that we learned about, right? We know what the spectral one does. It pretty much highlights the mob. So let's go ahead and move to the next one. So you're going to notice that all these arrows are different colors. Well, the gray arrow is invisibility. That's right, we have an invisibility arrow. You can shoot and make mobs invisible. The green one, as we suspected, which is the picture I'm showing you now, is a poison arrow. Now, one of my favorite abilities with this is what I'm showing you right now. That's right. Arrows can now be tipped with potions. And that's how we're getting all these new arrows. So if I go ahead, I think it's one of these next pictures. This picture right here, it says a potion of night vision. That's right, you can now put any potion that you can craft onto an arrow and shoot that arrow and shoot people with those abilities. How freaking sick is that? That is a crazy awesome feature. I love that. It's honestly amazing. So I'm very happy with that. Now, one thing that I would love to see come into the game is the ability to do more damage. Wither potions, things like that. We're not going to get levitation potions, don't even ask. I know people are like, I want levitation potions because those are so sick, but... so the last thing that we're going to talk about is the that creative block that nobody really knew what it was for. Well, this creative block, as we've been learning, is actually going to be kind of a structure generator. You won't be able to obtain it in vanilla, but you'll be able to use it in creative mode. So this picture that I'm showing you right now is when you hold that block in your hand, or when you've activated that block, it will actually highlight the structure that you want to go into the game. So with that being said, if you look into this picture, the one that he's got in his hand is not activated. And I know this because if you look at the one that's on the ground in front of his hand, it's got a big S on it. And that means that I would assume that it's activated with the structures that are shown and highlighted with those blocks. So that is a very cool block being added into the game for map makers, I'm assuming, because you know, we can use command blocks and stuff like that, but this is a good way to load pre-built structures or pre-made structures that you make in the game and build them. How do you determine what the corners are? Nobody knows that just yet, but it's still pretty cool. So I do want to bounce back a little bit and talk about shields one more time. Shields are going to be customizable. That picture that we showed you had a creeper face with some colors on it. Shields are going to be customizable just like banners. That's right. What you're going to do is you're going to make your banner and then you're going to craft it with your shield. And it's going to be combinable. And so whatever banner you can make that into a shield. That is very awesome. So there's just lots of stuff coming out of the news community today. One thing I do want to talk about, we've already talked about the polls. We've covered a lot of news, right? So there was a Q&A, and they were talking about boats, and they are thinking about putting stronger boats into the regular version of Minecraft. There's a planned feature for MCPE, which is Pocket Edition, still getting better boats than us, so I'm a little jealous, to be honest with you. Other than that, though, I think that's going to do it for all the news that I've found. If I find any more news, it's worthy of a video. Obviously, I'll keep you guys informed. You guys really like these because a lot of you can't really keep up with all this like I can. So I hope you guys enjoy these news videos. Let me know if there's anything else that I've missed, and I'll try to make a video on it. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Jevinator challenge for this video is going to be 409 likes, guys. Let's see if we can beat that challenge. Question of the day is, now that shield blocking is confirmed, is your stress relieved? Let me know down in the comment section below. Anyways, guys, this is iJevin.